So may I come in?
Yeah, please.
Good morning, sir.
Have a seat.
Yes, please be seated.
Thank you.
Good. So, Amitesh, please introduce yourself to this panel.
So my name is Amitesh Shrey, and I did my bachelor's and master's in civil engineering and structural engineering from IIT Delhi in 2024. And I gave my ESE mains and prelims examination on 2025, and now I'm here for the interview.
So, it's your first attempt.
This is technically my second attempt. My first attempt was in the last year of my college, but I didn't qualify mains during that.
Okay. Okay, so you love to play tennis.
Tennis? Yeah. I don't think I mentioned tennis.
You have mentioned tennis.
I've played tennis back in when I was in class 4th and 5th. But
Yeah. So, what is the size of tennis court?
What is I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So, you love global economic news.
Yes, sir.
So, tell me three important global economic news which affects India.
Which affects India.
Yeah.
So first one will be the Ukraine-Russia war, and
No, tell me something recent, yeah, come on.
so
Everybody knows.
So the 50% tariffs exposed on Indian exports from US. So basically our textile industry has been impacted, and also our
That's also
gemstone.
old news anyway. Okay. What else?
And sir, other than that, I would say that because we have been improving our ties with China again, there have been diplomatic ties that have been improving in China, so we might see influx of more Chinese goods into India, which may cause problems down the line. And there's also a lot of investments happening in the semiconductor industry in India, which we are trying to build and manufacture chips.
So semiconductor is definitely one. What else?
So semiconductors, bullet trains, which are being, we are collaborating with Japan to build the Shinkansen on various Mumbai, Ahmedabad.
And something has happened to particular metal.
So rare earth metals are in talks these days. So China has basically restricted exports of rare earth metals and products that uses their rare earth metals.
Can you name three rare earth metals?
Sir, no sir, I don't know the names of them.
So why they are called rare earth metals?
So they are called rare earth metals not because they are rare, like they are found abundantly in all everywhere, but the refining processes, the refinement of them is extremely difficult, and that's why they are rare per se. So
you mean the problem is not of availability of the ore?
no, the ore
problem is of the technology of refinement.
the refining technology. China has basically a monopoly on refining of rare earths, which is around 80 to 90% of the supply comes from China.
Is the monopoly on refining or monopoly on the ore also?
Some amount of ore they also have because they have natural resources, but a lot of it is due to refining.
So technically, what is the great thing about rare earth?
So they are used in a lot of modern technologies.
Yeah, that's right. No, but technically, as an atomic scientist, what would you say?
I'm sorry, sir. The question is not clear.
Something to do with their atomic weight.
Their atomic weight is relatively higher, but other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, atomic weight is
Relatively
much higher.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is one thing. Okay, you also have interest in computers.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me about one supercomputer India has built?
A supercomputer India has built.
What's its name?
So I know there's one in my college, which is used for research purposes, but I don't know the name of it yet.
Have you heard of Param?
What's it?
Param.
Param, I haven't heard of it, so no.
Okay. Haji.
In the continuation, because it is a very important subject for our economy, what are the critical imports from China?
So the critical imports from China include a lot of electronics and also like batteries, lithium-ion batteries, which are used in
You
cars.
can make in India also.
What's that?
You can make in India also.
Yes, sir, we
Electronics you can
can.
make in India also.
We can, sir, but
I am asking about critical imports.
technical imports.
Critical, for which we are not able to proceed or we are in trouble.
So I would say magnets. That is
rare magnets.
yes,
Okay.
rare earth magnets.
And that is used in vehicles, these weapons and all, other than magnets.
So I would say semiconductors and a lot of chips are being produced in China as well, because we are building up our manufacturing.
You can get from South Korea also.
Yes,
Why
sir,
is so
we can.
critical from China?
So I'm not sure about exactly.
Chips, Taiwan is the master.
TSMC, yes, sir.
And how about shortage of fertilizer in India nowadays?
Shortage of fertilizer. Yes, sir. Maybe fertilizer is a critical import, but we are getting into ties with Morocco recently, and they have like the biggest phosphate mine.
We are getting from many countries, but
Yes, sir.
our demand is not met.
Yes, sir.
So we are getting from China has stopped supplying.
Okay, sir.
And some other item, critical item, it is very much, we are stuck.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not sure.
TBM,
TBM,
tunnel boring
tunnel
machine,
boring
all our projects are stuck up.
Okay, sir.
Because when the delegation came, there were 10 groups sitting, both sides. And they were negotiating in the leadership of that foreign minister and prime minister. So, if you say China means imports and exports, ठीक है ना? Another international economy, what is BRICS?
So BRICS is basically a economic collaboration between like the biggest economies in the world, which is it was started with Britain, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, but it has now expanded to include many other countries.
Britain is member of this group?
Not Britain, sorry, Brazil. Brazil.
So what are its objectives? Because every organization is objective.
So the objective of BRICS is to promote trade between these free trade between these major economies.
That is one.
Yes, and basically it is basically a opposing power to like the G7 and the.
Yeah, they are not opposing anybody. They are just cooperating among themselves.
So basically to boost cooperation and economic ties between the countries is the main aim.
What is de-dollarization?
So de-dollarization is when countries try to move away from using US dollars to trade. So basically, if let's say China and Russia are doing a lot of trade together, so instead of using dollars, they can use just the Chinese currency, because Russia will have to buy products from China as well. So they can just use the Chinese currencies and not go through the dollar route.
And India is using?
We are also beginning to use a lot of. We are also using rupees as a form of trade.
When it is within China, within India and Russia, we are getting oil for rupees.
No, not for rupees. The Russian ruble, I would say, but
Rupee also.
rupees also. Basically, it's.
ठीक है. Now we come to civil engineering. Since a structural engineer, tell me something about stress strain curve.
Of mild steel.
Mild steel and their conjectivity with concrete, relation to concrete.
So stress strain curve is can be drawn for any material, and it is basically drawn using a UTM, in which member is tested by drawing the load deflection diagram, and then we can get the stress strain diagram. So most of the materials behave elastically at first, and then depending on the type of material, for example, steel may have a large plastic deformation, but concrete, which is brittle, will immediately crack and like fail in tension. So that is the stress strain curve. And
In relation with concrete, like what is RCC?
RCC is reinforced cement concrete, in which we try to make up the deficiencies of concrete in tension by using steel rebars.
So we strengthen concrete.
Yes.
So what type of reinforcement will be there?
So nowadays it's TMT bars, which is the most common one used is 500 F.
That is steel.
Yes, steel.
And what else?
And other reinforcements may include, we can reinforce it using small fibers too, which is known as fiber reinforced concrete, which also improves it prevents cracking in concrete. And other than that, I have seen in my laboratory, which is more of a academic point of view, we use steel fibers to make ultra high strength concrete with strength of around 100 to 80 to 100 MPa and even more than that.
Have you heard of plastic reinforcement?
Using plastics as reinforcement.
Bars. Reinforcement bars.
No, sir, I haven't heard using plastic.
Read it.
Okay. So Amitesh, you said you watch Formula 1.
Yes, sir.
So what is so special in the tracks of Formula 1 as compared to a normal expressway roads or a normal road?
So basically there's an extra surface layer which is very finely selected, where the aggregates and everything are like I have to comply with certain manuals, which is the FIA manual for F1 tracks. And basically there's one extra surface layer which needs to be replaced every 5 to 10 years.
No, but what is so special? I'm asking in terms of a civil engineer. Let's say I ask you to design that road. So in a layman term, tell me what will be so different on that top layer?
So the aggregates that are being chosen would be very selective.
What does it cause?
So aggregates cause abrasion in like the track, and the wheels, since they are very smooth, and the track needs to be very smooth in general. So basically that's the thing.
So let's say if I talk about a wheel moving on a road, why does it move?
So due to friction.
So what is the value of the friction?
It's the coefficient of friction times the normal force.
So for a Formula 1 race, to have a very high speed in a very shortest possible time, what do you need to have?
So the friction coefficient should be higher.
So does the roads need to be smooth, frictionless, or they have to have higher friction coefficient?
They have to have higher friction coefficient, and they also need to be smooth. And because tires also play a part, because tires are made up of very specialized kind of rubbers, which are very sticky in nature when they are at the appropriate temperatures. So that all of that combines to give it a good grip.
Okay. When we see the Formula 1 cars, we see that they move by, let's say, touching the road. Whereas the normal cars, we see SUV, they are like very bulky. Why is it so?
So basically Formula 1 cars in the current set of regulations, they use the downward, like the flow below the car to create a suction effect on the car. So basically that's why they need to run so close to the road, and sometimes they might even touch the road if the system.
What is that suction effect?
Basically fast moving air under the car creates a zone of low pressure, which allows the air above the car to push it downwards.
Okay.
So it basically sucks to the ground, allowing cornering at like high speeds.
Okay. Doesn't it have to be anything else? So let's say you can keep the floor to be very low. But still, we see that the Formula One drivers are reclining like that. Most of this are like they are sleeping.
Yeah, okay. So that is due to keep the center of gravity close to the ground,
Why?
to prevent like toppling at like corners and like.
So we see that SUV versus a sedan, which one has higher CC?
Higher CC.
CG, center of gravity.
The SUVs.
So most of the time people say that SUVs are better cars for drives. Why is it so?
So because usually SUVs can, because their ground clearance is high, they might be able to go across a varied, like a lot of different terrains and not bump into the ground. While a sedan, whose ground clearance is low, might bump into and might have trouble going over speed breakers.
What was your BTech project?
So I didn't have a BTech project. I had a MTech.
You
thesis.
had a dual degree, right?
Yes.
So the project might be an MTech.
Yeah.
What was that?
So basically, my project was using genetic algorithms to optimize a wind turbine, offshore wind turbine in India. So basically, I took the various wave forces and wind forces acting on a wind turbine, and I calculated the maximum stresses that are coming on the turbine, and then using a failure theory, we basically tried to dimension the turbine. So
the dimension of the blade turbines or the hub?
no, the tower.
The tower.
The tower.
Okay. We see that the wind turbines run at very low speed.
Yes, sir.
Why is it so?
The wind turbines run at very low speed. So because I'm sorry, I'm not sure why they run at low speed.
Okay. And also we see that these turbines are like, they have huge blades. So what is the phenomena behind that? Why they have so large blades?
So basically to capture more wind flow, and which is ultimately being converted to energy through the rotor and the gearbox of it. So the more wind we can capture, the more energy we can produce.
Okay. In terms of the materials, what do you mean by strain hardening?
So strain hardening is when in the plastic region of a material, when the stress increases without when the stress starts to increase after yielding, that's when we say a material is strain hardening.
What is the mechanism of strain hardening?
Mechanism of strain hardening, I'm not sure, sir.
Okay. What are the different theories of failure we have for materials?
So we have the maximum principal stress theory, the maximum principal strain theory, maximum shear stress theory, the maximum strain energy theory, and the distortion energy theory.
What is the difference between strain energy theory and distortion energy theory?
So strain energy theory takes the total strain energy of a body, and in distortion energy theory, we remove the strain due to normal stresses, as far as I am aware.
Okay.
Or that's what I think.
Okay. So you said we remove the normal strain, which is actually called as volumetric strain.
Volumetric strain.
So what is difference between longitudinal strain and volumetric strain?
So longitudinal strain is in one direction, so like epsilon x in one particular direction, and volumetric strain is the sum of longitudinal strains in three perpendicular directions.
So let's say we have a material which is strained in three directions. If I want to calculate the volumetric strain, how would you calculate?
It will be epsilon x plus x, simple algebraic sum of it using.
It will be simple algebraic sum?
Taking care of the signs. So
let's say, yeah, okay. So I have three strains in positive direction, all three in positive.
Yes, so it will
Sigma
be
x, sigma y,
epsilon x
sigma z.
plus epsilon y.
What is Poisson's ratio?
Poisson's ratio is the So Poisson's ratio is the lateral strain by the longitudinal strain.
So would you account in the
Yes, so
volumetric strain?
we should account it for.
Okay. ठीक है, thank you, sir.
So, Amitesh,
Yes, sir.
you are in Delhi since very long time.
Yes.
What is GRAP?
So GRAP is Graded Response Action Plan, which is basically different levels that the Delhi government uses at different levels of air pollution to combat it. So usually we hear about GRAP 4 or GRAP 5 being implemented in Delhi as a response to the air pollution that is present in the capital during winter months.
And when the construction sites are closed?
So I think it's GRAP 3 onwards. I am not sure exactly about each level,
Okay.
but I would say it's GRAP 3.
Okay. I can see that you are in Delhi and North is your first choice.
Yes, sir.
I heard that Honorable Minister of North somewhere telling that this Dwarka Expressway is an engineering marvel. Why did he say so?
No, I'm not sure, sir, about the Dwarka Express. I haven't heard that piece of news.
Okay. There is a wind tunnel in your college? Wind T,
Yes,
they
sir.
usually call it as. What is so peculiar about it?
So Vinti is basically a spot where because there's a main building and under it it's like a kind of a big open space under the main building. So like whatever wind that is hitting the main building gets transferred downwards and flows through that open space. And that is why it's called like Vinti, because
There is some structural importance also of it.
Structural importance of the open space.
Wind T.
So, I don't know. So, to reduce the wind stresses on the building? I don't know, sir. Sorry.
Fine, read about it.
Okay.
What is annual average rainfall of Delhi?
So, annual average rainfall of Delhi. So, I don't know.
There were floods in Yamuna recently. So, what precautions we can take that we can avoid these floods? Because there is a farming done on the banks of Yamuna. There are certain people living on the banks of Yamuna. And this Yamuna water also floods somewhere in Mathura. So, what measures, preventive measures, as a structural engineer, you would suggest?
So I would suggest like introducing some flood banks on the Yamuna floodplain for especially Delhi. And also if we can make some off-taking canals that we can divert water to, that can be useful. And other than that, we can also, that's pretty much it because...
This is you are doing it in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
But what about this water coming?
So the water usually comes from like the Himalayas, and also because Punjab and Haryana, there's a lot of farming. So the outflow of water from Punjab and Haryana is also a reason. So we can also do some kind of big reforestation projects to arrest the water that is coming down. And other than that, because Punjab and Haryana are basically a farming economy, it's hard to stop that from happening. So we can again build more canals and like divert the water from Yamuna.
Fine. Let us say there is a river like Yamuna. You have to divert this water of Yamuna into some canals. What you will do from scratch till end?
So first we will make a temporary dam, so temporary diversion, to allow construction of a weir or a barrage. And then using that weir or barrage, we can make an off-taking canal where a region of still water where you can use this water to off-take on a canal, and then we can take that water to anywhere you want.
Why you have chosen weir or barrage, not dam?
Sir, dam is usually a very big infrastructure project, and it usually results in submergence of a lot of area. So dam wouldn't be recommended if it's only for off-taking canals and stuff.
And if you have to construct weir or you have a choice of barrage, which one would you choose?
Sir, usually barrage is a better option because we get more flow control on the flow. But if the economy constraints are there, then we can go for a weir.
What are the differences between weir or barrage?
So weir is basically an earthen structure with small gates at top.
Earthen?
Earthen or concrete structure. So, and barrage is basically like a gate. So we make like a overbridge, and between the pillars we make gates that control the flow of water into like the canal. So barrages can be useful because we can provide roads on top, and in weirs there is no such option.
Why?
So because there's we have to make foundations for like the pillars and like the piers and stuff, and weirs don't have that because weirs are already an earthen structure. We can't make piers and stuff in a weir.
Sir.
Amitesh, how was your interview?
This one, I think it went a bit bad.
Yeah, but you are from IIT, the bar will be higher for you. Do you realize that? So, you have a good personality, and when you smile, you look very good. So you can use your smile to your, benefit.
Okay, sir.
So you can do that, and you can be slightly louder when you reply so that it's heard by the panel, which is generally above 60.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that also you can take care. And your technical knowledge is okay. I could not see too many gaps. Some gap would always be there, but the simple way out is that what you don't know, you simply say, "Sir, sorry, I would like to learn more about it,"
Okay, sir.
and get out of it.
Okay, sir.
Where you are 60% sure, you say, "May I make a guess?" Then give an answer. So it's not so difficult a situation. But where you don't know, don't bluff. That you should take care.
Okay, sir.
What would you add?
You have to, since you have given the international economic news and all that, you have to be thorough on BRICS. What is BRICS? What is agenda? What is stand on dollar? Stand on its currency? How about barter trade between the nations? South-South cooperation? What is it? All you have to study. That is available on open domain. तो ये कर लीजिए, बाकी तो मेरे को ठीक ही लग रहा है. और इवन इन टेक्निकल थिंग्स you have to catch up the question first.
Catch up with?
Question.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है ना, कि अगर हम स्ट्रेस स्ट्रेन की बात कर रहे हैं भाई, कंक्रीट में जब एक लोहा होगा, एक कंक्रीट होगी, तो देयर स्ट्रेन शुड मैच. So that was the catch. You have to come to that.
The strain should match the
Match, obviously, otherwise there will be cracks.
Amitesh, first few good points about you. So I liked your technical knowledge and the critical thinking that you put in. So you need to revise a bit on technical subject, but आप जो दिमाग लगा रहे हो, that is going in the right direction. So you have to use that. Instead of giving hints, वो चीज़ आपके दिमाग में पहले ही आनी चाहिए. It looks like आपका subconscious mind is answering. बट जब आपको हिंट दिया जा रहा है, तब आपका कॉन्शियस माइंड जग रहा है और वो बोल रहा है, अरे यार हाँ, ये तो ऐसा होना चाहिए. सो कीप योर माइंड अलाइव कि क्यों पूछा जा रहा है, किस इंटेंशन से पूछा जा रहा है. सो एवरीथिंग हैज़ टू बी देयर. ठीक है, यू हैव अ गुड टेक्निकल नॉलेज एंड सिंस यू हैव एमटेक फ्रॉम IIT दिल्ली, अगेन द क्वेश्चंस वुड बी लाइक टफर क्वेश्चन वुड कम फॉर यू. ठीक है, तो आपको उस लेवल का अपना सोचना है. ठीक है, आपका हॉबीज से आपको थोड़ा ज़्यादा प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा. बिकॉज इट माइट हैपन योर हॉबी इज समथिंग विच यू हैव पुट Formula 1 अगर कोई सिविल इंजीनियर बैठा होगा, आई वांटेड टू आस्क 1-2 मोर क्वेश्चन बट देन आई लेफ्ट इट.
Tracks and so many things.
नोएडा वाला ट्रैक क्यों फेल हो गया, इंडिया का Formula 1 प्लान क्यों फेल हो गया. सो दीज ऑल थिंग्स यू नीड टू आंसर मोर. ठीक है, तो ये आप थोड़ा सा पढ़ लेना. बाकी आपका पोस्चर इज़ ओके, थोड़ा सा यू हैव टू बी स्लाइटली स्ट्रेट. हैंड जेस्चर्स आप यूज़ कर सकते हो आराम से, और थोड़ा एनर्जी लेके आओ आप अपने में. आपकी आवाज़ इज़ लाइक वेरी सॉफ्ट, बहुत एकदम मतलब कम है.
ओके सर.
थोड़ा एनर्जेटिक बंदा चाहिए. लाइक सर सेड एवरीबॉडी वुड बी 60+, तो दे आर ऑल्सो लुकिंग फॉर समबडी जो थोड़ा जोश भरे अंदर. ठीक है, सो यू हैव टू पुट योर वॉइस इन दैट. रेस्ट इट इज़ वेरी गुड. ओके सर.
प्री मेंस में कितने मार्क्स थे?
सर प्री में तो अराउंड 300 के करीब थे, बट मेंस का तो
कैलकुलेट किया होगा?
नहीं सर, ऐसा देगा नहीं. फिर वो आंसर की देखनी पड़ती है, फिर याद भी नहीं रहता क्या लिख के आया हो, तो पता नहीं रहता.
चलो कोई नहीं, बट ठीक है, अच्छा ही एक्सपेक्ट करो. इंटरव्यू कब है?
6 नवंबर
पोस्ट नून,
आफ्टरनून.
आफ्टरनून. देखो एक चीज़ समझो, वो पैनल जो बैठा हुआ है वो ठीक है 10-15 दिन से इंटरव्यू ले रहा होगा. ठीक है, दिवाली की छुट्टियां खत्म हो गई, डेली यही काम कर रहा होगा, खाना वाना खा के बैठा होगा, और उनके लिए रूटीन जॉब है.
हाँ.
दैट्स ए जॉब. इमोशंस अटैच नहीं होंगे. अब आप और थके हुए जाओगे. अभी आपकी आवाज़ में थकान थी, मतलब डोंट माइंड, आई हैव टू बी कैंडिड विद यू, आई हैव टू गिव पॉइंट सो दैट यू कैन इम्प्रूव ऑन दैट. ठीक है, अभी थकान थी.
ओके.
जोश, अब जैसे मेरी आवाज़ देख रहे हो, जोश एक दिख रहा है, ये जोश दिखना चाहिए. यू आर ए यंग चैप. यहाँ तो उनसे एनर्जी ले लो या तो मार्क्स ले लो, दो में से एक ही चीज़ मिलेगी.
ओके सर.
अगर आप इंटरव्यू में उनसे एनर्जी लोगे तो मार्क्स नहीं देंगे, और आप एनर्जी दे के आओगे, मतलब कहना चाहिए हाँ यार मज़ा आया, यू हैव गॉट एवरीथिंग ओवर हियर.
ओके सर.
एंड दैट लुक्स वेरी गुड. योर ग्रेजुएशन इज़ गुड, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन इज़ गुड. ठीक है, आपने जो जो अपनी हॉबीज़ और वो सब दिखा रहे हैं, यू आर ए इंटरेस्टिंग पर्सन टू टॉक विद. योर नॉलेज इज़ गुड, बट सर्टेन एरियाज यू हैव टू ब्रश अप. वो आपको खुद ही पता चल गया वेयर यू आर लैकिंग. जैसे वीएनएन बैराज में आप ऑफ ट्रैक जा रहे थे पूरा. ठीक है, आपसे आपका एमटेक पूछेगा ही पूछेगा. स्ट्रक्चर मैंने इसलिए नहीं किया क्योंकि जनरली लोग तैयार करके आते हैं. ठीक है, और ऑफ ट्रैक अब एमटेक एक बंदा पूछेगा, बाकी के लोग. ठीक है, कोई इकोनॉमिक भी पूछ सकता है, जैसे सर लोगों ने पूछा. ठीक है, सर ने सॉम पूछा, आपने कह दिया कि स्ट्रेस स्ट्रेन ये सब एल्जेब्रिक सम हो गया. ठीक है, और फिर जब मैं आपसे इरिगेशन और ये वाले पोर्शन में आ गया तो यू आर कम्प्लीटली ऑफ ट्रैक. आप सवाल सुन भी नहीं रहे थे. मतलब एक पॉइंट पे तो ये हो गया था कि सर आप कुछ भी पूछ लो, मैं जवाब यही दे रहा हूँ.
सर एक्चुअली यस सर,
मतलब
हाइड्रोलिक्स थोड़ा
वीक है, वो दिख रहा था. बट ठीक है, दिस इज बर्निंग इशू आवर कंट्री इज फेसिंग, वाटर प्रॉब्लम. और वो लोग पूछ रहे हैं, मतलब करंट जो मेंबर्स हैं दे आर आस्किंग अबाउट इट, एंड दे यूजुअली आस्क अबाउट. ठीक है, रीड द ट्रांसक्रिप्ट ऑफ द पास्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट्स. अभी तो कोई नहीं बताएगा, बट एज वी डिस्कस विद द स्टूडेंट्स दे डू आस्क. ठीक है, क्योंकि स्टूडेंट हमें बता देता है, आपको नहीं बताएगा बिकॉज कंपटीशन का सिनारियो रहता है. तो दे आस्क अबाउट, ठीक है, हाईवेज, दे आस्क अबाउट द ऑफ ट्रैक टॉपिक्स. एयरपोर्ट भी पूछ रहे हैं. ठीक है, हाइड्रोलॉजी पूछ रहे हैं, इरिगेशन पूछ रहे हैं. दीज आर बर्निंग इश्यूज, और जनरली लोग इन्हें तैयारी के समय करके नहीं जाते हैं. दे आर चेकिंग इट. तो इनको छोड़ो मत, अभी आपके पास टाइम है, यू हैव एम्पल अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम. टाइम इज नॉट ए कंस्ट्रेंट. ये जरूर करके जाओ.
ओके सर.
ठीक है, बेस्ट ऑफ लक. विल शेयर द फीडबैक विद यू.
अमितेश, जस्ट अ स्मॉल थिंग.
यस सर.
अभी आपने एक आंसर दिया सर को,
हाँ.
कि सर वो की देखनी पड़ती.
हाँ सर, वो मेंस में. हाँ.
इस अगर ऐसा सवाल आप पहले दे देते तो 5 नंबर में पहले ही काट लेता.
नहीं सर, बट लाइक
इट शोज योर लेजीनेस. एट नो पॉइंट इन द इंटरव्यू इट शुड बी
यस सर.
आंसर्ड. कोई भी क्वेश्चन जो होता है उसको कभी भी ऐसे
But sir, my interview was over by then when that question was.
It was unconscious answer.
Yes,
The
sir.
same unconscious answer would come in the interview. It might come in the interview.
But don't feel bad.
No, I'm just giving a feedback.
Yes. Don't
You
feel
have
bad.
to
It's
be
just
completely attentive और ऐसा आंसर कभी नहीं आना चाहिए.
Okay, sir.
Even if it is like, though we were discussing this, it should always be spoken with utmost.
Okay, sir.
You should be careful. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
So all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Do well. Your score we have put it around 125.
125.
120 to 125.
Okay, sir.
Okay.